Hi, welcome to your weekly horoscopes at work from readthestars.com. I'm Judy Vitale, your astrologer. It's a week for new beginnings, all right? We're going to have a new moon on Monday morning, 12:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we're also going to have the beginning of Mercury retrograde this week. Now, I hope that you watched last week's forecast so that you understand that you needed to prepare for this. And if you didn't, it's okay too. It just means that you're going to have a little bit more of a struggle with frustrating moments that have to do with communication, travel, contracts, anything that requires putting thoughts into the form of words or connections of all kinds of types and sorts, okay? Well, not okay, I know. And especially when Mercury is in Gemini, as it is, the retrograde can really get tricky because Mercury is the boss in Gemini, and when the boss is away, you know what happens. Nobody gets much done. So it's a time to really maybe study the way that we communicate and the way that we take care of communication and come to appreciate it in our lives, both at work and in our personal dealings. So that's Monday. That's a big day. Will it be good for work? Well, I think that whatever gets started on Monday is going to have a little bit of a weight getting off the ground, but that doesn't mean that you can't start it. It just means that you have to know that when you do it, it's going to kind of get stuck for a little while. Mercury will be coming out of retrograde around June 11th, June 12th, depending on where you put yourself there, okay? Tuesday, Moon will be in Gemini, and that is going to make things a little bit easier, at least until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time when it goes void of course. Void of course plus Mercury retrograde equals a really difficult time with communication. So I wouldn't recommend doing anything too significant on Tuesday. Just try to get something finished, or, wait and see what happens and what comes to you, and maybe you'll get an inspiration that you weren't counting on. That could always be a good thing, right? The moon goes into Cancer after that. On Wednesday, we have it there all day, and we can enjoy the feeling of being nurtured and wanting to nurture others. This might actually be a pretty good day for business, especially if you're doing something that involves the home. Real estate, decorating, painting, HVAC, anything like that you're working on. Wednesday's a good day for it. Thursday, also not so bad, and the sun will move into Gemini. That's big news too. And that'll happen on Thursday at 4:45 a.m. And the sun in Gemini means that the focus is on communication, on making choices, making decisions. And people often don't associate Gemini with that because they go, oh, well, they're two bodies and they can't make up their minds. But it's about seeing both sides of the situation and being able to blend the best of both into a good solution for everybody. Venus will be in an opposition to Pluto that evening, Thursday evening. If there are any kind of situations where there are triangles in friendship or love or even work, they could really come into your mind on Thursday evening. So let them come into your mind, but don't keep them there. Just do your very best and see how things fall out. Stand up for yourself and say what you need. On Friday, the Leo moon will come into play, but not until about 5:42 p.m. We're going to have that void of course again going on Friday, and the sun opposite Saturn. So again, not a great day for business. So it's Memorial Day weekend. Take the day off, right? Memorial Day weekend is coming. On Saturday, we have the moon in Leo again. A lot of partying, a lot of fun, a lot of gregariousness and joy in the sunshine. I think that that's a great thing. And then on Sunday, the moon goes void of course again at 6:45 a.m. Stays there for most of the day. We'll have the moon conjunct Jupiter, though, so everybody be very happy. And then also a trine to Uranus, lots of excitement. So I think that the Memorial Day weekend is shaping up really nicely, and that we can enjoy a little bit of time, not only having fun, though, but also remembering why we have this holiday. And we'll talk more about that the next time. But for now, I hope that you have a glorious week, a wonderful Memorial Day. I will be back in Pittsburgh this week for my trip, and I will be at Journeys of Life on the 20th between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. So if you would like to make an appointment, please call Journeys of Life at 412-681-8755 and make your appointment. And or you can even just drop by if you're in the Shady Side neighborhood there. And anytime, any place, if you want to get a hold of me, you know how to do it. Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.